The life stealer, though, I'm kind of stuck up on as well. Again, who they're going to final pick to, as you mentioned, they don't really have the greatest transport right now for the life stealer. I mean, I guess maybe Doom a little bit, but outside of that, they really got that, you know, jump in. Ideally, some of that will get a blink dagger or just some Doom around themselves. So the ones that you'd figure are banned, such as the Slaughter and the Sand King. I guess Bat Rider is still an option, but that would be a 4 Bat Rider most likely, unless they plan to run a possible. So I don't know. I just kind of don't want to do, but yeah, getting a transport for that life stealer seems like something that Freedom may want to focus on. Final pick. They're gonna wait on their final ban a little bit as they start dipping in. Dilecom need a middle options.
Yeah, most probably a mid for Van. They consider banning out the Tinker. Yep, they do ban out the Tinker. Van, extremely Tinker player, one of the best Tinker players in all the NA region. Does extremely well versus the Ember Spirit in lane. Freedom not really having any catch, and they plan on going for that Underlord next as well. So going more into that push, looks like it is going to be a 4 Doom, like we talked about. So some nice utility for the Weaver, but a hero that if you aren't ahead can fall very behind on damage. And just a hero that Doom is only really useful if you have other disables to back it up, because people can kind of just walk away sometimes. So not really having a vehicle for this life stealer, and also not the greatest Slark game in the world. It could be a mid Slark. It's something that Van likes to play from time to time, and it has a reasonably decent matchup versus the Ember Spirit in lane, but not the greatest Slark game, not the greatest Weaver game. So teams kind of with some strange picks. Dilecom with a really nice first 3, but then going for these squishy, slippery cores versus a Doom versus an Ember Spirit, some decent catch. So we'll have to see how it plays out. As whoever getting the early start this game, I think is absolutely huge for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, I expected to see some unique stuff from these teams, honestly, in this matchup, but this really is kind of throwing me for a curveball too. Not that I'm the most analytical myself, but even just hearing what you're saying, it's reinforcing my reason. Fused on them. We'll see how they ultimately decide to do things. Eagle is going to be the one playing the Doom here for Team Freedom. So yeah, it ends up being more of that 4 position here at the end. And Slark, he is the Van, as you're kind of getting at. A mid.
So it looks like it's going to be. It looks like it will be a mid Weaver actually. With Slark starting out with safe lane items. Ash going to be playing mid this game, and Van actually playing safe lane. I think he is their Slark player, and Slark. The Ember has some levels, can be a very rough matchup in the lane, and Slark just not good versus Ember in general. The chains kind of own you now that you can't bounce away from it. Has a lot of magic damage, and you can't actually break his shield with one combo. It's 500 and you only do 460, so just under the threshold. So kind of unfortunate with the Slark. Just overall, not really great versus the Ember Spirit. So they're going to put him in the safe lane, and I kind of wonder how he'll do in the lane, as he's one of the weaker laners in the game. Earth Spirit also typically not a great safe lane, tri-lane hero, and I can still be throwing the Underlord up top. Okay, so the Underlord is going to be bottom, has the 4-man shield, and it looks like they may go for stereotypical safe lane, tri-lane, the Doom, picking up a creep and then doing whatever he wants.
And then just doing whatever. We'll see what Eagle, how Eagle does this game again. Doom kind of the focus of a pretty unique hero that we do not get to see too often, so I'm excited to see what he manages to do. But sure enough, we do got the 2 and 2 bounty runes. Yep, you're right. Smash here on the Weaver. He is headed towards the middle. Art going towards the bottom, but still in the hands of Van, who kind of swapping their player roles here. Time around, but
Smash also with an extremely interesting starting build. 2 circlets and 2 branches. I guess he wants to go for the Wraithman as well as the Wand, but really not something you typically see, as it kind of shortchanges him a little bit on damage. Has a little bit lower of a mana pool as well. I'm not really sure on his reasoning. I've never seen this starting build before either, so we'll see how it works out. Not so amazingly so far as Swaddle. I think a very nice first wave, 4-1. Be looking to deny the rest of these creeps. You just pick up the Quelling Blade, so Ember should be having a nice time in this lane. There's really no way to break this Ember shields at all.
Model kind of free ran, it feels like it. So far, for the good start, as mentioned. Bottom lane, IX Mike here on Underlord is going to take some harassment. be fine, but being somewhat boxed out. You look at Darkseer at the top lane. Got that ion shell up, of course, harassing BSJ on the lifestealer quite a bit. And taking advantage as he pushes up the lane. So Darkseer already proven to be pretty nuisance here. The lifestealer. As Underlord will make his way into the jungle somewhat. Doom does actually devour and gets that Thunderclap ability. Elbow Smasher, so rotating around, see if he can maybe make a play. Whereas, no, just simply going to get some vision down for the time being. But definitely going to be looking to get some kind of kill, of course. With such
there's just not really anywhere for him to be right now. So the unfortunate thing, he just have to, just jungle a little bit, looking for some creeps, figure out which one he wants. Can jungle at a reasonable speed once he gets some more levels up, but as of now, just sort of walking around, not getting too much done in the top lane. Really not going how Freedom wants it to, as Juby getting his own completely back by this Earth Spirit with the Ion Shell on him as he rolls around. Trying to scout him out, maybe hitting some random lucky roll, but doesn't get it. BSJ still having a decent time CS-wise, but not quite on par with the Slark. And the mid lane sort of going the opposite, where the Ember Spirit having a little bit better time than the Weaver, and making better and better for the Ember as he gets more points in the Flame Shield, and is able to just sort of farm these waves with no hassle whatsoever.
Watching that down here, he did find the Tranquil Boots right before he died at least, but he just glimpsed him right back, the level 1 glimpse, and puts him right into a Dark Pact Pounce combo from Slark. Nothing that Doom could do at that point. The kinetic field also kind of blocked him out from going further. So good execution on the part of Disruptor as well as Slark right there, and they set up the first blood onto the Doom. So yeah, Doom kind of just roaming around, really trying to be useful, maybe distracting us a little bit, but obviously finding himself a death right there. Not necessarily going as planned.
Yeah, Toronto actually getting rolled on. Your Spirit does not have the kick, does have the ooh, but don't think this will be a kill here. May try and dive the tower, but seems unlikely as Toronto does pick up the bottle off the quarry right there. But yeah, like we talked about in the draft, this Doom hero, his ult's very nice versus the Weaver versus Slark. These slippery cores, you have a hard time locking down. They use their spells to be elusive, but really, yeah, it's a hard hero to lane, a hard hero to have an impact in the early game, especially as this 4. So, only level 3 right now, doing terribly as the Earth Spirit at level 1, so having a few more levels, but really just not super useful. It doesn't really have a place to go, like we talked about earlier. Can't kill this Slark down bottom early on. Really only is good at pressuring once he has some more levels. Level 4 has a couple more points up in the Scorched Earth before he gets to that Doom.
Tomato just runs down Weaver. You're kind of talking about that possibility now. He's taking some damage to this bug, but obviously going to be fine in the end as they just kill it and walk away. But yeah, he just chased him down with the Flame Guard, and Weaver did not have another Shukuchi ready to go, and drove him at the tower, and just simply put, nothing more that he can do. So well played right there. Meanwhile, open wounds at the top lane under Darkseer. Nice lift as he activates the Surge right there, but it still will be enough, initially at least, to get away, and I think enough in the end. Meanwhile, Eagle goes down again as Darkseer, does manage to live. Bottom lane, IX Mike's also gonna fall. A little bit worse even for Team Freedom. Both Doom and Underlord go down at the bottom lane. They're not able to control this bottom lane at all. Weaver? Okay, he's gonna do some good damage to Weaver there, but not gonna be enough. Weaver should be. He has a bottle, has Shukuchi there. But yeah, this Doom, it doesn't seem like it's been the most productive pick, unfortunately, so far. Sticking to the list of those lines here for Team Freedom.
Yeah, hasn't gotten the most done. The Ember Spirit, at the very least, is having a very good game. BSJ getting complete free farm up here. Doesn't have any of those kills that Slark does. So a little bit behind on net worth, but still doing fine for himself. Yeah, like I said, Tomato having a very, very good game, getting the solo kill on the match. So absolutely huge there, and it's the kind of start they need is Ember Spirit be online to give them that disabled they need. So the Doom can follow up with the Doom, they can chase people down and actually get kills. Other than the root and the lift from the Rubik, not really too much in the way of lockdown, and no real initiators on Team Freedom. Because they do have the Underlord, so a hero that do some amazing push, some great team fight, as well as just overall tankiness, but do sacrifice a little bit in the catched up whenever you do go for that hero.
Now they know Doom's down here, by the way. Disruptor, he's looking for him, he was pinging him earlier. Got his glimpse, of course, ready to go if need be. 4 coming in. I think Doom might be dead here once again, unfortunately. Score's going to put down, but I don't think that's really going to do too much in the end for him other than just simply burn them a little bit. And he's doing some pretty decent damage, but actually, again, not nearly enough, and he goes down for his 3rd death, unfortunately, of this game. Meanwhile, the top rune area, Smash actually Sakuchi one more second. Roshan, he's gonna go down. The timing right there. He was hoping the Sakuchi would come off Conan a little quicker. Unfortunately, he did not, and he ends up getting doped into the Roshan pit and killed. So at least Tomato's doing great here in the middle lane. Gets the Weaver.
Yeah, this is not really a game where you can be super behind on this Weaver either. Once they, Doom, a very, very tanky hero in his own right, Underlord, extremely tanky, Ember, a hero that Weaver doesn't really have the means to kill on his own, so if this Weaver does fall behind, it's gonna have a very hard time having any impact. But may get a kill in Tomato here. Comes the Earth Spirit rotating in, getting a nice kick, roll combination, so they do get the comeback kill on this Ember Spirit. So Weaver can get the kill on Rubik as well. So after a kind of rough start, we're saying, oh, he may have a tough game. A couple of comeback kills, but is now just fine. Picking up the Aquila, Raindrop now as well, working towards that Dragon Lance. So basically on par with the Ember Spirit and Net Worth. So nice couple of kills from him.
Yeah, a little bit of a Caster's Curse right there on Ember Spirit. Someone doing so well. They're still doing pretty well, but obviously a big turn kill for Weaver. Bottom lane, Shadow Van's activated by Slark. He's trying to finish off Eagle right here. Disruptor actually goes down though, and down goes Pan as well. They underestimated all the damage coming out between the Scorched Earth as well as the Firestorm, and now Ember Spirit joins the party as Earth Spirit is trying to chase down onto Doom right here. Smash. He has the Shikuchi through. Down goes Doom due to the hands of Earth Spirit there, but Weaver gets caught. And IX Mike able to secure the kill onto him. That seemed like that should have gone more for Dilecom, or at least that was their game plan there, the way they were fighting it, but they underestimated, I guess. And especially with Ember Spirit coming in at the last second, completely going in Team Freedom Dota. So that's definitely going to be a boost that I'm sure that they were looking for and hoping for. Now the State is like is in trouble once again. Dark Grip, I don't think that's going to be in time. Yeah, he will go down, and now Doom needs to be careful not to get caught as well. Pounce that up for another 12 seconds. Gonna run around. Scorched Earth, it's going to go in a second, and he'll use that to run away. Now they haven't duel in, they field though. Okay, boxing him out, but not really anyone changing.
Yep, so they do get the kill on IX Mike, overextending a little bit. But I think Freedom pretty happy with how the game is going right now. This Slark does have the Aqua and the Treads up, so it's having a decent pace, but not the greatest game in the world. The Lifestealer just about on par, and the Doom and Underlords are going to have massive thorn in their side right now. Is Duke gonna come back down to this bottom lane, force Slark out of the lane most probably is until they have level 6 Disruptor and are able to catch Freedom before they get their spells off. If this Scorched Earth gets activated, they really have no way to kill this Doom until it is off, as they just don't have the damage right now. Kind of running low on it. Just Weaver Scanners down to bottom, but without a really good start in this hero, can run low on damage with no Blightstone as well. So.
Now Van actually missing the Pounce connection right there. He will pop the Shadow Dance, but Rubik also nearby. Again, another case of Dilecom. He's biting off a little bit more than they can shoot right there. Actually, nobody ends up dying from all this, but yeah, you can see Weaver now. You got the Invis Ember Spirit also in here looking to catch somebody. Dilecom falling back as a team, so they must have seen something coming out. I mean, even Slark is running away all the way back to the middle right here. So this may end up being an easy push actually for Team Freedom. Here at the bottom lane. But yeah, it feels like we've been focused on the middle and the bottom quite a bit, but yeah, as we're talking about, you can see Lifestealer up here doing fantastic. 4,000, 4,200 net worth now. The Armlet is actually almost done as well. Onto it.
Yep, those finished up now. Has that 9-minute, 45-second Armlet. Very nice timing for him. Not really anywhere he can, get active in, as he doesn't have a hero that's necessarily amazing at being a carrier for him, so they continue to sit up in this top lane, farm pushed out, and try and pressure this tower as much as he can so the Darkseer doesn't have free reign of this top lane and jungle. Darkseer also having quite a nice time, not on par the Underlord as far as mech timing goes, a little bit behind, so I actually like having a very good game this game. And with a quick mech team, Freedom's team fight will be very strong as Dilecom. They really want to get online as quickly as possible to use Ion Shell, Mech on Darkseer, just sort of run at people, slippery cores, get a fast Shadow Blade and a Slark. These Ion Shells on top of them, use all that magic damage as their team fight. Darkseer, if they can't get online fast enough, Freedom's team fight maybe a little too strong again.
Oh, trying to Dark Grip out in time! Oh no, it's not in time, and that's going to be the death of both of them. A good attempt, but not enough in the end to actually escape right there. That had to be maybe a second left, or the Dark Rift was going to be activated and sending them back to base right there wherever they were going. So, but they both die as a result of it not going up in time, and Dilecom again really just keeping active at that bottom lane. But part of me is almost thinking Great that they're doing that, but they just continue to lead this Lifestealer and let it be. I mean, if you're Dilecom here, I mean, they are up 10-5. They're getting a lot of kills at the bottom, but should they be addressing more of this top lane, or is it fine with them putting so much attention at the bottom?
I don't think there's too much they can really do versus this Lifestealer right now. He's, has the rage, and all their disables are basically this Earth Spirit rolling in and getting a kick, and without the Disruptor ulti follow-up, they really don't have a way to kill him. But with a 6 now Disruptor, they are going to look to make a move up here. The Darkstar coming up as well. It's going to be a pretty close kill with the Arbalin on Lifestealer. With supports from Freedom behind him, yeah, it's really difficult to get this kill. They have to get a perfect, very fast silence and the kick afterwards with Disruptor ulti and multiple ion shells on him. So he will live there, and they use the smoke. Dilecom moves to mid in the meantime. We're going to put this tower some. Picking up, looks like the Buckler, just a casual Buckler, now going to go for the flip as well.
Dark's here doing a pretty good job, almost surviving right there, it seemed like, actually, but a great vacuum onto all of them. However, not enough in the end. He got found by Tomato, or chased even by Tomato. He has that bail now, and for the damage, and the Revenant's just doing way too much. So big kill right there. Top lane, no, we got to fight through it. Let's back on Underlord catching the kill. There's a static storm. They're going to displace, but also kind of zoning out a little bit. Underlord is going to be killed. Will they be able to get more? Darkseer up in a couple of seconds. ESJ still hanging around. They do deny the tower. And actually, Dilecom will actually fall back. They're not going to try to really force anything, as Darkseer instead forces the bottom lane, really trying to finish up that mech. But you're talking about that. Yep, Underlord almost there himself. It's about over 100 gold here. Or that'll be finished. But again, it keeps going back to, for me, that, PSG in this last year, he's having great farm and fantastic start, top net worth. Who is he jumping in, though? Like, is it Doom? Is that the target he's jumping in to try to set up kills, or what?
He's sort of a pretty decent carry. This game is very hard for the support to do anything burst, and he's able to just kind of walk down these lanes and take the towers. I think that's sort of the role they're putting him into. This game, not so much as a ganker, but more of just this not a ganker, but an ungankable hero that's able to push these lanes. He's actually going to be going for the Maelstrom this game, so sort of, more building into that that mindset of not really going to be going for that ganky build, but once they get more farm this game, scale better into the late game as the Mjolnir is going to help them farm up. Going to give him some very good damage. And, none of these heroes on Dilecom really build pipe as super early on. The Darkseer just now building up his mech, so not going to have the most measures, so those Lightning procs are going to be doing a lot. So overall, you can see Freedom start grouping up. They really want to team fight for large-scale fights with the mech now up on Underlord coming out right now, and Tomato having the Veil, working on bots as well. So they have some very strong team fight, very tanky on a lot of their heroes. And Dilecom are gonna have to find the initiations, gonna have to find these scrappy fights, long drawn out, hiding around, getting on top of these heroes with multiple ion shells is really how they want to take these fights. They don't want to take these large, big scale team fights where Freedom are allowed to use their ults and their mech freely.
Yeah. That Doom here, he's roaming around through the Radiant jungle.
Oh my goodness!
Top lane, wow, I didn't realize Tomato lives. Looking at a big escape right there, and actually he's going for the turn kill. Oh, he dodges the boulder smash, but it's not enough. That was a big attempt, but he made a big escape initially, it sounded like.
The Disruptor glimpsed him out of his own ult. He thought he was about to run out of the edge, but actually the kinetic field formed, and then he didn't realize it, and he glimpsed him out of the ult. So actually letting Tomato live there now with no Disruptor ulti. They look to
Right down here at the bottom lane, the illusions come up from the wall, and actually BSJ taking too much damage. He wasn't able to survive through that. The armlet toggle not enough. However, everyone else does pour down, but Lifestealer, he's going to remain dead. Gank coming out for Dilecom, so they miss on an Ember Spirit, but they do secure on a Lifestealer. A little bit too far up by himself. Not really by himself, but not enough being there.
And like we talked about, Freedom really thrive at these large-scale 5v5 team fights where they're able to get the mech off, able to get Doom off on a specific target and sort of run them down. But Dilecom, they're going to fight at night. They're going to fight in these scrappy fights. They're going to split push these lanes. They have a Weaver and a Slark, so they're not going to let Freedom group up and just walk down these lanes like they want to. Because really just don't have a catch here, like we talked about. They're building tanky on all their heroes. They're prepping to go a little bit later in the game with the Maelstrom, build up on the Lifestealer. They don't want to get kited around. They don't want to get pushed. They want to fight now, and the Lifestealer sort of be their assurance policy as the game goes later with that Maelstrom.
And not only does Underlord have his mech, but he actually almost has his Guardian Greaves, in fact, pretty much finished right here, so yeah, ultimately pretty decent timing on that. As Rubik, by the way, he did steal the wall from the Darkseer, so we'll see if that could also prove to be a pretty big ability to use in the upcoming fight. Maybe catching Dilecom off guard. Obviously no vacuum to combo with that, but still, zoning tool in itself. Set up quite a bit for that team fight. Air Spirit roaming around, gonna find Doom, but really gonna make an initiation just yet. Okay, he's gonna be glimpsed back right there. There's the Static Storm combo with the kinetic field, and Doom is gonna run it out, and the kinetic field wearing off, but with Al saving it for the time being, that Scorch is activated, and he's still on the regen, gonna dodge the punch initially, but he knows he's dead. He's just gonna run the other direction, say, alright, you're gonna chase me this way. Fine, or are they? I mean, they're not actually killing him just yet. Okay, finally. That actually does secure the job. But meanwhile over here, Underlord is caught. However, he does TP away and survive. So ultimately, good job by Doom, pretty much distracting them. Not letting them kill his teammates. Speaking of Doom, how do we expect to see him progress here as far as his item build goes? Is this going to be kind of a tank utility, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think just a lot of tanky items. They go for the Blink Dagger or the Shadow a little bit later, so they have some sort of a vehicle for the Lifestealer, but as of now, just building into very tanky items. Manny actually using his ult very early, so missing a big fighting tool for Dilecom. Rage used pretty early on PSJ, so they may still look to fight with a nice kick, just barely whipping.
Yeah, and that's the creep right there. Glimpse onto somebody. If I think Disruptor's just trying to run right here. He uses it onto Underlord. Meanwhile, they do chase down the Earth Grid, and now Disruptor going to be caught. That will secure a kill onto him, so a couple of kills meanwhile coming out for Team Freedom. As Steve Tomato got the top laning floor, does have the spots finished. That Yules is next in line, so sticking together as a team. They're going to roam towards the Roshan pit, 18-minute room there, and they're going to ward it up actually. Yep, they are going to do Roshan. With BSJ in the front line. So you give this to Lifestealer or Ember Spirit, you think, the agent?
Most probably the Lifestealer. It's very hard for this Ember to die. It's pretty, unlikely that it does go down. So yeah, as BSJ has dropped, they both actually have an item slot. So with all this contention, they may not really care who picks it up. They may just pick it up on anyone. Dilecom do not want to give themselves for free. Weaver skittering in from the back and start going into the front.
There's the pounce on the Eagle right there. In the background, Weaver putting auto attack into Weaver. Doom is applied to Slark, meanwhile, and Doom himself is going to be fine for the time being. Ember Spirit going back. They have the Shrine used. They aren't going to use it just yet. There we go. Going to make use. He's in the front lines. They're not with them, so they're kind of split up right here. And Team Freedom going to lose their hard carry. And they seem to be on different pages. They were falling back while the hard carry is still kind of caught in there. Doom also gets picked off eventually. The advance survives, even despite the ultimate acting on him. Now they're going to try to finish off Roshan. As out comes the wall. That was the Rubik wall. No, that was actually the Darkseer wall being used right there. But they're going to lose Roshan now.
Yeah, a very nice fight for Dilecom. They're going in for the back end. Had a DD there as well. So it just forced the supports off of the fight. The Lifestealer just trying to finish off Van. But a really nice play from him. Did try to run away while he was open wounds. Instead, sat there and fight, fought, realizing, hey, I can't really run away, I'm really slow. Fought until just the right point that juked in and out of the pit, got that regen going, as Doom does not cancel Shadow Dance regen anymore. When he's out of when he's out of vision. So Van healing up, take down the Lifestealer, and then using that DE to bring down the Doom as well. And getting the Aegis, so the Slark really on a path to success right now, as he does have Echo Saber, Golds are going to be working towards that Lincoln. So with that, it's going to be very, very hard for Freedom to lock him down. Besides that, the root from coming up from the Underlord and the Ember Spirit. As well as it being nighttime now, so Dilecom really heavily favoring playing at nighttime, because it allows them to pick their fights very carefully, as Slark having the extra nighttime vision, and Freedom a lineup that just sort of wants to run at you as 5 heroes and not really care too much about positioning the fight, as long as they're just getting their spells off and going on the heroes. So it's going definitely in Dilecom's favor right now. They look to set up bottom, maybe looking for a fight here.
Yeah, looks like it. Tomato leading the way, but everyone is here for Team Freedom. So here we go. Steering chance root catches the disrupt. You got Earthsprit on the side. Get a Static Storm combo, but really only catches Underlord in it. And Earth Spirit gonna even miss the barrel roll, but here comes that supporting cast, including Van with the Shadow Dance. IX Mike, can they kill him before? No, Darkham canceled actually, and they get the kill on a Dark here. The subconscious decision right there, however, they will lose Rubik in the background. And now the Rubik on his Slark with that pin of malice. Van though he's jumping in, he has an Aegis, remember, so he's not too worried about dying right here. In fact, he is gonna go down, but he's gonna come right back up. Meanwhile, Smash, he has the time left, but he couldn't use it because of the silence. And now Slark's needing to get the hell on out of there. He's gonna try to get away. Ember Spirit, the Remnant's going in, not enough damage for the kill. Van though gets caught, and Van will fall in the end. They get the tower kill as well. That worked out so well for Team Freedom. Good cancel of the Dark Rift from IX Mike there.
Yeah, it was very quick decision making, realizing, okay, we can stay and fight this fight. First Spirit has the roll, should be okay, or does get screwed again, may actually go down, getting body blocked a little bit. Yeah, it does fall, so Freedom taking a really nice fight there. The Slark had to use his ult very, kind of wasted his ult very early on in the fight. Disruptor getting on, so not able to get the proper ult that he wanted. Earth Spirit kind of, I mean, the Darkster kind of getting caught in position as well, so not able to use the wall, and just a lot of spells not really coming out from Dilecom. Getting the perfect Doom on the Weaver at the last second there, and Guardian Greaves making a regen, making a huge impact as Lord just kept living with 100 HP, and they hit him a couple times and think, okay, he's gonna die to bugs and urn, but just never did because of that extra regen. So IX Mike living there, which is a sliver of HP several times, and a nice comeback by Freedom's. You know, Dilecom having Aegis there as well. And kind of stunts the Slark's growth is now just gained 500 gold in 2-3 minutes. So not the kind of net worth growth you want to see on a Slark.
Not at all. And in fact, speaking of net worth, I mean, again, you look at the chart, obviously well in favor, not well in favor, but you see the big difference all of a sudden. Basically a 4,000 net worth swing the last 5 minutes or so at the most right here in favor of Team Freedom over here. So Dilecom Pan is scouting out in front. They get a pretty aggressive board down. He's over at the right side. Ancient's over here. Maybe looking to go down to the bottom lane. And Lord's being here, but oh, actually they catch Tomato. He's going to get... No, actually the Remnant used, and now Disruptor. 3-1 all of a sudden in trouble. The TP's not going to be in time, and the chase will continue. There is a shrine up. You got to be careful if you're Dilecom right here. Not pick the fight around it. They do catch Van though. He's going to try to make his escape some way somehow. Shadow Dance pops, and the TP successful. The vacuum combo with the wall, but there's no really teammates here. IX Mike pops the Guardian Greaves, and down goes Dark here. A lot of the wall. But oh my god, they almost missed right at the last second. Yeah, that was actually a really good wall, but it's unfortunate that nobody else was really there to follow it.
Yeah, IX Mike was super low, and there were a whole bunch of illusions, so he kept, he was trying to get out of the wall, but illusions kept spawning, and then it would get killed by the other illusion, so then he gets stunned again, and it just kept happening, or slowed again, kept happening over and over. The Tomato may actually go down mid, just having one Remnant left, barely getting out with a sliver of HP, so thought they would get a kill there, but not happening. They're a pretty good fight. It was their 5-man strength really showing. Now they're going to try and walk down this top lane. Only 4 of them here right now. The Ember Spirit not there, but he's going to heal up and box in. So Freedom looking to push their advantage as hard as they can, and Dilecom not really in the position to slow push so much, but DE on Weaver.
Oh, Earth Spirit feels like making a play. It's a glimpse on a Rubik right there, but Rubik's going to be saved. Again, the Guardian Creep's coming through. Earth Spirit gets picked off in the backup. Pit of Malice catches a couple as Van yet again going to have to pop that Shadow Dance. He did get the kill on a Rubik at least. Poured out from Disruptor will be successful, but not the same for Darkseer. He's going to be picked off. He surges Van, or that's Smash right there on the Weaver to help keep him alive, and that will do it. But the push continues. Older down to Rubik. Not much of a concern as even Ember Spirit in the front line. He's kind of having fun with him. He has the Yules now, so he's going to go. Even blinks in right there. Very aggressive play. There's a glimpse ready on Disruptor. So yeah, he's going to glimpse it back right here with the combo. Okay, never mind. He's fine now. Got that Remnant. He's good to go. Weaver going to be caught, but he will work back. It's survived. BSJ calls deep right there. Gets the kill on the Disruptor, but it's a little bit too much. And down falls the Life Stealer. And now the return on IX Mike. They got the tower kill, obviously, but they do lose Ember Spirit as well on the side, and now IX Mike is trying to port out. And not going to happen, though. He takes the stun, and that will be a kill onto him. So, overstaying their welcome. The classic case right there for Team Freedom. Getting some more hopes to Dilecom in terms of climbing back right here.
Yep, several good fights in a row for Freedom, but giving up those kills there on the Ember Spirit as well as the Life Stealer, so reasonably big streak on this Ember, so a lot of gold flowing into Dilecom's pockets as Slark actually nearing that Lincoln Sphere now, so about to close up on that. It's going to make their team fighting a little bit stronger as the Slark will maybe be able to hold his ult for a little bit longer. Jimmy getting chased down here may actually go down with a pounce off the Van, but not gonna happen.
Why Lincoln Sphere on Van, you think, on the Clark here? What purpose is that going to serve?
I think mostly the Doom. It can also be nice versus the lift from the Rubik. Yeah, just mostly this Doom. He kind of wants to get a BKB this game versus the chains and the root, but no, he can get a BKB only once and then just gets doomed, and it doesn't really matter too much. So he's going to go for the Lincolns this game. The stats also pretty nice, the regen as well. So the Lincolns as well as the Echo Saber basically have infinite HP mana regen, so never have to go back to the base. And yeah, just overall, just a nice item for Slark. You know, whenever you can, whenever it's a good pickup, you have a spell like Doom that you want to block. But a little bit of a blast from the past. Looks like BSJ is actually going to be going for the Radiance this game. So realizing that he has a very hard time right-clicking versus these cores of Dilecom. They don't have a vehicle, natural vehicle for blink in and get a first kill on this life steal that you normally like to have. Gonna be mixing it up a little bit, going for the Radiance, maybe getting inside of an Ancient. That is his vehicle, just sort of walking in and not letting Dilecom kill him as he tries to run in and take these fights. So we saw last fight, and whenever he's not with his team, you know, they're not all just 5 together, then dies very, very quickly to the Weaver, is kind of chunked down.
But, you know, it's kind of interesting too, because you look at his talent tree points, he actually went more survivability with his ability, went 5 double stats and then 200 life on top of that for attack speed and damage. So yeah, it kind of shows you he really is trying to play more this survive. And actually, Van runs right into a trap right here as the sentry was down. Yeah, Shadow Dance, he's going to be silenced so actually by Doom, and he's in trouble. He finds it some way somehow. He's going to get a little bit of reach out at the wall. The backing combo comes out, but in the midst of it, Dark here goes Dennis Slark. Just so much AoE, just so cluttered right there. End up falling. Lifestealer jumps out of his teammate. They're going to chase down her here and knocks back somebody, but it doesn't matter. The triple kill for Tomato, playing that Ember Spirit. They just simply caught Clark when he wasn't ready. This Sentry Ward MVP, and they're going to force somewhere. They're going bottom.
Yeah, they're going to try and take the ranks here. There's no buyback on Slark and no buyback on Earth Spirit. No wall on the Dark Seer, no ulti for Disruptor, so they may actually be able to get this here. Smash desperately trying to bottom get to the tower with this Arcaner. Has a DD root bottle up as well, but not really in the best shape to fight. Mono gonna go up top here and probably gonna kill this Disruptor as well.
Nope, back. That interaction though, he's like, nah, I ain't going anywhere. Right back with the map and gets the kill. Fun to watch, not so fun to play against, I'm sure. Anyways, power goes down at the bottom lane, and that is going to be the Rax for sure. Slark another 10 seconds before he's coming back up. Neverspirit now comes along as well. That without him. Oh, big pack you, but not really a lot of follow-up again. He doesn't even have Magnetize to use, and actually in the background, though, they do catch Rubik as Smash here on Weaver. Able to do a little bit of damage, but the 4 downs on Lifestealer, and now the rest are on the run. But Van, he wants a kill, damn it. He's going to go chase after Doom right here. He will catch him with a pounce, and that should be a kill on the Eagle. Nothing that Emberspirit can do. So they lose a couple of casualties, but they got the melee racks. They almost got the range rack, about 1 hit away. Still, damage definitely done by Team Freedom, and they're happy. Although Roshan is going to be up soon. We'll see if Dilecom can steal this. They're checking it.
Yeah, you can see just a second ago, BSJ pinged it, just barely missing the spawn of it, and both teams know this Roshan is extremely important right now for how the tide of the game goes. If they can get this on the Slark or the Weaver, they can sort of run in, YOLO, and Freedom's not able to actually bring them down, not able to use the Doom on them. Dig is one of the best counters in the game for the Doom that's just sort of naturally in the game. So Freedom really does not want Dilecom to be able to get that. These team fights are just extremely hard for the Slark and Weaver to really get anything done. You know, less so the Weaver, as he's been having a bigger impact in these fights as the Lincolns, Desto, and the Dragonlance. So a little bit more farmed the Slark. With the Crystal is coming in now as well, so it's a lot more damage. And Freedom just really don't want to give him that opportunity to get back in this game. The rack's down now.
For Spirit, he does have Lifestealer inside him, by the way. They're trying to catch Weaver at the bottom lane. If he hung around just a little bit longer, maybe, but... Oh, never mind. He was inside him earlier, but popped down and continues to farm, so... Weaver's going to be fine. You saw right there.
Wow, that was fortunate. Holy cow.
Yeah, I happened to catch Rubik right there. He's like, oh, I'm just going to place a Sentry Ward. Hey, look at that. In his Earth right here. And they're going to kill
that was kind of crazy.
And hey, the Roshan. Not too bad.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Everything's kind of working out for Freedom right there. And they'll take it. So obviously for Dilecom, I mean, they know this, but they're going to be down Earth Spirit, which is pretty crucial. That's a fair amount of CC for them with the last time. Whoa, what's up here? Actually, Lifestealer's got to buy himself up here. He's going to be glimpsed back. Not going to work, actually. Meanwhile, the catch on the Ember Spear with that Static Storm. More so just trying to get them away as all of a sudden Dilecom being turned on. The Weaver is going to turn on out of there. So nobody actually dying from that. Or maybe. The chase still continues. No, Weaver going to time-lapse, go the other direction. And now he needs to find out how to get out of here. Has another Shiguchi. Looks like he'll be good. But yeah, Roshan being up, obviously both teams are pretty interesting. Doing Roshan right here, as you're mentioning. Very significant. Oh, and that was a pick at the bottom lane. Tomato, meanwhile, just like, I'm going to solo over here. Don't worry. Still Disruptor.
Yeah. Every time this Disruptor shows in the lane, he immediately TPs down to the lane. Disruptor doesn't have the damage to kill the creep before he forces in. And then just whenever he tries to come back, just remnants back in. So Ember just continuing to pick up this Disruptor. Really not in a great place, only with Tranquil Boots, Stick, Windlace, and a Raindrop as well as wards. At 32 minutes, 2k net worth. So he's really just gonna have a hard time getting any items. Not gonna really be able to get to like a Ghost Scepter or Sound, Aghanim, anything like that.
Well,
Smash.
Yeah, there's the Doom. I was gonna say they took out the Lincolns with something prior, and that's an easy kill as a result. On it, we were middle lane. What's going on over here? BSJ pops a Rage. He's going the open wounds on a Earth Spirit. Gonna chase him down. He has the support coming down, but Earth Spirit a little bit too mobile, perhaps. No, they blocked the bully, the rolling boulder that is. And yet the neutrals aren't gonna kill. Whatever, he's dead. No buyback.
Yeah, no buyback on Weaver as well. That Radiance on the Slark is so extremely hard. I mean, not on the Slark, on the Lifesteal, it's so extremely hard for Dilecom to do any damage.
They're gonna catch Slark?
Oh,
wow, that was some big damage right there. Coming out by them, and he's dead for 70 seconds. He does have a buyback, but without the two others, and it's just not going to be worth it right now. So they're definitely going to lose the middle. But yeah, that Radiance on Lifestealer. He mentioned, I guess this is somewhat old school of the sorts. I will say, BSJ, he also played Slark the other day, and he had a pretty unique build on Slark too. He seems like one of these players not afraid to do his own thing when it comes to building. So do that here.
Yep. Now, we have this blade mount as well as the solar crest on Ice Spike. There's a lot of evasion, a lot of tankiness with the casual buckler and the hood like we talked earlier on the Juke or staff as well. Now the block period on Ember, so they're just so tanky and it's really hard for Dilecom to get any of these kills.
Only caught BSJ there with the vacuum. In comes the Doom follow up. He's going to take a stun from the Boulder Smash. Lifestealer is getting low, but again, he has the Aegis. Slark obviously buying back, looking to finish him off right here, but BSJ not tying the toggle of the armlet. However, the Shrine needs to the back row. Will force him to fall back, go right through the wall. He will be picked off in the end. Ember Spirit, though, picks off his brethren and Earth Spirit off to the side. Again, he will remain yet dead again with no buyback. And the other record half life. Underlord still has a Dark Rip, worst case scenario to use if it feels like they're in danger. Right there, big vacuum into the wall. Slow them down a little bit, but that will be the rack kill. Ember Spirit getting caught somewhat right here, but the yield throws himself in the air, and he will get on out with the Remnant. BSJ, nice flip back actually on Earth onto the Ember Spirit, but again the Remnant, the counter vacuum from Ruben coming out right there. And actually going to stall them from chasing further. Big plays from Ruben coming out. Here's a Dark Rip. Send them all back as Van jumps in, only to see them disappear. They could have maybe killed Slark right there. But not worth sticking around for.
Yeah, Tomato is very, very low. His bots are coming in for 2. Going to be able to throw a Remnant down and keep back to deal with the bull. And you can fight him. They actually not even need to.
They're fighting at the Shrine over here. 4 coming in from Disruptor. There's the Static Storm though on top of a couple. Simonson doing plenty, but BSJ killing plenty himself. Ember Spirit comes back in. As mentioned, down goes Weaver, no buyback. Double kill for BSJ. They're just all melting. That could do it right there. Triple kill. Let's go for the ultra kill, he says. Hey, Radiance, Lifestealer. Good this game.
Yeah, for sure. And Dilecom with the Aegis, you know, whenever they were down bottom, took a really poor fight, and they were at a pretty good position at that point. Freedom not really at that, you know, that tipping point where they can just sort of walk down the lane and take the links. Weren't quite there, and then took some questionable fights. Freedom getting fight after fight after fight, getting bomb racks, then taking, you know, getting a nice pick off in the Roshan, and just taking the game right there. So. A very stereotypical Freedom draft, a lot of strong 5-man. They really just kind of want to run at you, take these big team fights, and it will work to a T. And Freedom taking.
I don't know what it is with Dilecom, but they had this issue earlier. They GG and then they hand us just leaving and just pauses the game as a result. They don't actually eat. And so here we are waiting to just finish the old-fashioned way. But anyways, the point is, Team Freedom, they are going to be victorious. And again, yeah, split the series. So it was definitely fun to watch overall. They played much longer in their game number 1, but Team Freedom bringing it all over quickly here in game number 2. Again, life feeling lucky, unique build worked out here. Well, certainly a pretty unique draft, fun to watch. Doom himself, you know, he had a fairly decent impact. His start maybe wasn't the prettiest, but the ability of Doom itself obviously pretty strong. And for it to be worthwhile throughout. So there we go. It's official. Team Freedom victorious over Dilecom. So they'll end in a split, but like I said earlier, you know, for Dilecom at least,
I guess he wants to go for the Wraithman as well as the Wand, but you know, really not something you typically see, as it kind of shortchanges him a little bit on damage. Has a little bit lower of a mana pool as well. I'm not really sure on his reasoning. I've never seen this starting build before either, so we'll see how it works out. Not so amazingly so far as Swanel having a very nice first wave, 4-1. Be looking to deny the rest of these creeps. He does pick up the Quelling Blade, so Ember should be having a nice time in this lane. There's really no way to break this Ember shields at all.
Mono kind of free ran, it feels like it. So far from the good start as mentioned. Bottom lane, IX Mike here on Underlord is going to take some harassment. It'll be fine, but being somewhat boxed out. You look at Darkseer at the top lane. Got that Ion Shell up, of course, harassing BSJ on the Lifestealer quite a bit. And taking advantage as he pushes up the lane. So Darkseer already proven to be pretty nuisance here. The Lifestealer. As Underlord will make his way into the jungle somewhat. Doom does actually devour and gets that Thunderclap ability. Elbow Smasher, so rotating around, see if he can maybe make a play. Whereas, no, just simply going to get some vision down for the time being. But definitely going to be looking to get some kind of kill, of course. With such
there's just not really anywhere for him to be right now. So unfortunately, he may just have to, just jungle a little bit, looking for some creeps, figure out which one he wants. Can jungle at a reasonable speed once he gets some more levels up, but as of now, just sort of walking around, not getting too much done in the top lane. Really not going how Freedom wants it to, as Juby getting his own completely back by this Earth Spirit with the Iron Shell on him as he rolls around. Trying to scout him out, maybe hitting some random lucky roll, but doesn't get it. BSJ still having a decent time CS-wise, but not quite on par with the Slark. And the mid lane sort of going the opposite, where the Ember Spirit having a little bit better time than the Weaver, and making better and better for the Ember as he gets more points in the Flame Shield, and is able to just sort of farm these waves with no hassle whatsoever.
Watching that down here, he did buy the Tranquil Boots right before he died at least, but he just glimpsed him right back, the level 1 glimpse, and puts him right into a Dark Pact Pounce combo from Slark. Nothing that Doom could do at that point. The kinetic field also kind of blocked him out from going further. So good execution on the part of Disruptor as well as Slark right there, and they set up the first blood onto the Doom. So yeah, Doom kind of just roaming around, really trying to be useful, maybe distracting us a little bit, but obviously finding himself a death right there. Not necessarily going as planned.
Yeah, Swan actually getting rolled on. Your Spirit does not have the kick, does have the ooh, but don't think this will be a kill here. May try and dive the tower, but seems unlikely as Swan was their Slark player. And Slark, the Ember has some levels, can be a very rough matchup in the lane. And Slark just not good versus Ember in general. The chains kind of own you now that you can't pounce away from it. has a lot of magic damage, and you can't actually break his shield with one combo. It's 500, and you only do 460, so just under the threshold. So kind of unfortunate with this Slark. Just overall, not really great versus the Ember Spirit. So they're gonna put him in the safe lane, and I kind of wonder how he'll do in the lane, as he's one of the weaker laners in the game. Earth Spirit also typically not a great safe lane, tri-lane hero, and I can still be throwing the Underlord up top. Okay, so the Underlord is gonna be bottom, has the 4-man shield, and it looks like they may go for your stereotypical safe lane, tri-lane, the Doom, picking up a creep and then doing whatever he wants.
And then just doing whatever. We'll see what how Eagle does this game again. Jim, kind of the focus of a pretty unique hero that we do not get to see too often, so I'm excited to see what he manages to do. But sure enough, we do got the 2-2 bounty runes. Yep, you're right. Smash here on the Weaver. He is headed towards the middle. Start going towards the bottom, but still in the hands of Van, who kind of swapping their player roles here. Time of the round, but
Smash also with an extremely interesting starting build. 2 circlets and 2 branches.
yeah, the life stealer, though, I'm kind of stuck up on as well. Again, who they're going to final pick to, as you mentioned, they don't really have the greatest transport right now for the life stealer. I mean, I guess maybe Doom a little bit, but outside of that, they really got that, jump in, ideally some of that will get a Blink Dagger or just some Doom around themselves. So the ones that you'd figure are banned, such as the Slaughter and the Sand King. I guess Bat Rider is still an option, but that would be a 4 Bat Rider most likely, unless they plan to run a possible. So I don't know, I just kind of don't want to do. But yeah, getting a transport for that life stealer seems like something that Freedom may want to focus on. Final pick. They're gonna wait on their final ban a little bit as they start dipping in. Dilecom need a middle option.
Yeah, most probably a mid for Van. May consider banning out the Tinker. Yep, they do ban out the Tinker. Van, extremely experienced Tinker player, one of the best Tinker players in all the NA region. Does extremely well versus the Ember Spirit in lane. Freedom not really having any catch, and they plan on going for that Underlord next as well. So going more into that push. Looks like it is going to be a 4 Doom, like we talked about. So some nice utility for the Weaver, but a hero that if you aren't ahead can fall very behind on damage. And just a hero that Doom is only really useful if you have other disables to back it up, because people can kind of just walk away sometimes. So not really having a vehicle for this life stealer, and also not the greatest Slark game in the world. It could be a mid Slark. It's something that Van likes to play from time to time, and it has a reasonably decent matchup versus the Ember Spirit in lane, but not the greatest Slark game, not the greatest Weaver game. So teams kind of with some strange picks. Dilecom with a really nice first 3, but then going for these squishy, slippery cores versus a Doom versus an Ember Spirit, some decent catch. So we'll have to see how it plays out. As whoever getting the early start this game, I think is absolutely huge for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, I expected to see some unique stuff from these teams, honestly, in this matchup, but this really is kind of throwing me for a curveball too. Not that I'm the most analytical myself, but even just hearing what you're saying, it's reinforcing my reason. Fused on them. We'll see how they ultimately decide to do things. Eagle is going to be the one playing the Doom here for Team Freedom. So yeah, it ends up being more of that 4 position here at the end. And Slark, it's the Van, as you're kind of getting at. A mid.
So it looks like it's going to be. It looks like it will be a mid Weaver actually. With Slark starting out with safe lane items. Ash going to be playing mid this game, and Van actually playing safe lane. I think he is.